Me now? Can y'all hear me? Me now? Can y'all hear me? Hey, what's going on? Can you hear me? I might have to start it over. Can you hear me? What's going on? Hello? You can hear? All right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right. So what's going on with you guys, man? Everything good? Everything good with the people, right? All right, stuck right here. All right, all right. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Hey, if he coming for me, he coming for me, bro. I don't worry about that, man. To each his own. I think I can handle myself very well, man. I'm not worried about that, man. You- I heard that smoke. They don't understand that, man. It's always be good to have your freedom. A lot of brothers, man, they don't look at that in its totality, man. So, and it's sad, man, that they don't the Dolphins need a new quarterback. It's not the coach, man. My quarterback, he on some bull crap. Hey, Joe Biden Jr. Hey, bro, I'm not worried about that, man. See, I'm gonna tell you like this, bro. I don't hang out in gang activities. I don't go in hoods. And when I do go over there on 10th Avenue, my family stay over there, so I do go over there sometimes. But I don't hang out in that crowd right there. If you understand what I'm saying, bro. I don't do that, bro. You said what one thing positive you can say about which cowboy was? Assalamu alaikum, bro. Which cowboy? You talking about the original cowboy or the one that's pretending to be cowboy? I really don't know him, man, so I can't really say too much about him, man. I just know he rants, at me sometimes. I don't whatever. Um, I don't know him. I don't know him. Smoke. To be honest with you, you know me, but I don't speak on things I have no knowledge about. I just know that certain events that's transpire and stuff like that. I just know one thing I can say about him, bro. He's loyal to Nips. I can say that for sure. You know what's up, Portland, Oregon? Yeah, you have to change your crowd, bro. Like I tell dudes, man. I stay in a different type of atmosphere, a different area. Um, I'm content with that. My family call me bougie. And I am, so to speak. But I know how to deal with people on every level, from the United States ghettos to the middle class to the upper class, because that's my client base. Um, and that's just what it was. Hey, John, I was one. I was a factor in my day, bro, but now I don't glorify that stuff, bro. I really, and I'm gonna be honest with you, man, because this youngster got on me today. He was like, "Hey, bro, Why you don't never say? I say, bro, I always say I did stupid stuff. I always was doing some scum type stuff because I was a scum, bro. I didn't know no better. And as you go back and you look at, the things that you was doing when you was younger, you have to be disgusted with yourself, bro. And I'm one of them type of dudes, man. And I don't have a problem with telling some of these youngsters, man, the truth about that stuff over there. Who's who, what is what, the selective politics, the back doors, or anything like that, bro. I would tell them the truth, regardless of who like it or not. So uh, that's my position, man, because I feel that all them youngsters, man, should know what they getting themselves into, what they up against, the difficulty and dangers and everything like that, bro. So, I don't have a problem with that. And some dudes they get mad about that, but you should know me. Y'all should know me by now. I do not care. I don't have thin skin. I know the dudes don't like it when you tell the truth or you stay on a positive level. Um, and that be the problem, bro. So you said Quran high itself is in your house. Yes, alhamdulillah for that, bro. And dudes be mad because, a lot of dudes be mad because I don't go in on Big U real tough. And and I'm gonna tell you, bro, because I've been over that. I've been through that scenario where the situation with me and him like 30 some years ago. So I don't dwell on that. I have moved past that. And and I always, believe, man, that our kids shouldn't suffer behind our stupidity, behind our actions. So it's always going to be some type of sympathetic role that I play, dealing with anybody kids that I grew up with. Do I know Mac Dre? No, I don't know Mac Dre. It's always I'm be sympathetic to all that type of stuff. So, you know, and that's what it is, bro. And a lot of dudes they don't understand that, man, because they be heartless. Dudes be want to keep, you know, pushing the pedal to the metal. I'm not that type of dude. I'm the type of dude that each one teach one. We learn from our mistakes and try to move out a different realm, man, because it's changing, especially dealing with the gentrification and every section out here in the California gangland. It's like it's changing. So brothers got to adapt to that. I know who that is. That's my. I know who that is walking behind me. I already know that. I know. Uh, Write a book on your redemption. No pork, no alcohol, no nothing. Right, right, right. I have a little documentary coming. I hope it turns into a book. Uh, I'm just trying to wait till everything plays out because my crimey, he's a big part in that. And y'all don't know who my crimey was. My crimey was Big Q. He's a big part in everything that's going on. So he's the final piece of the puzzle. And I can basically drop the book down, but we're not gonna do it, or the documentary, we're not gonna do it. We're trying to wait on everything that pan out, because even I'm not a part of that demonstration anymore. Them brothers was a part of my community. Even the brothers out of Carson, California that I grew up with, the brothers I still rock with, you know, they are part of my community. At least I say my community, meaning me, my life. Assalamu alaikum, bro. And them brothers, man, are the ones that held me down, bro. Through everything, green juice and bean pies. Do you eat what's them beans, bro? You eat them beans, not the lima beans, but the what's them beans, bro? Navy beans. The navy beans be good, bro. If you know how to season them and cook them real good, them suckers be off the chain. You can get a big old pound, a big old bag, 100-pound bag of navy beans. It'll last you damn near almost 2 years, bro. You'll survive off that type of stuff. If it was like in dire straits or something like that, you can survive off that stuff, bro. Literally. I haven't been live in a while, man. I've been kind of busy. I've been, taking care of some certain business. When I get into a particular mode, I'm trying to reach a particular type of amount before November 28th. Uh, I don't know, MT. I don't that brother ain't gonna do me like nothing. I don't see what I don't do is, bro. What I'm not gonna do is I don't go look for trouble. I try not to bring no harm to nobody or nothing like that, bro. Um, so I don't. If the man cross my path, I guarantee he'll have a conversation with me before he even try to do anything with me, bro. And I guarantee you that because I don't move like the rest of these dudes, bro. I stay ready, bro. So I don't move like that. I'm not, and I don't do a whole lot of fighting, bro. So if you're gonna try to bring harm's way to me, I'm gonna make sure I do something to you, man, and I'm gonna sit there and wait for the people to come get you. Because they're not gonna catch me in their particular area, bro. They're gonna have to come over in my lane and catch me. And when you come in my lane, it's called premeditated. So you was looking for me, or I ran into you on the flu. I don't know, but I'm gonna take it as hey, and I don't do a whole lot of talk when it comes down to that type of stuff, bro. The way I was raised, we didn't do a lot of talking. Right, bro. That's exactly what I do. I stay out the way, bro, for sure, man. And you know what? I make sure I stay out the way, bro. That's like a security of mine, bro. Like I said, I don't go to certain things, certain areas, certain situations, and things of that nature. Um, yeah, yeah, he embarrassed himself. Yes, he did. He did do that. Yeah, bro. What's up, Queen Lady? How you doing? Um, it's unfortunate, man, that we come from a culture. I don't know who Big Wicked is. We come from a culture. Oh man, see, we're gonna get you up out of here. I don't promote drug dealing, bro. Get up out of here, man. We're gonna put you on timeout. So, um, well, I don't go to places, man. Like I said, bro, you'll catch me in like Huntington Beach, Hermosa Beach, Redondo Beach, Manhattan Beach, over there by my house in the marina. You'll catch me at all. Sometimes you'll catch me in San Diego or something like that, bro. I go places where, bro, where it's a different type of vibe. It's not ghettofied, if you understand what I'm saying. What's happening, bro? What's up, Matthew? How you doing, bro? What's going on with you? I hope everything is copacetic. I hope you all, you guys having like a productive day. Ain't too much going on, in you guys' life. Life is a struggle. Life is a mug. 9 times out of 10, we all got jobs. We all slaves, so to speak. We're trying to get to the bag. We're trying to make everything better. I hope everybody on that type of stuff, man. Did they set up Nip? That remains to be seen, bro. The way I'm gonna tell you like this, man. When people start getting mad, they start talking, and once they start talking, they start talking, man. I'm telling you, man. It's something more to that. What everybody think. What's up, Levant? What's going on, bro? What's going on with you, Levant? I think you's a cold troll, bro. Yeah. Yeah, man, because I'm gonna tell you, man, about let me tell you about the United States ghettos, bro, and what everybody don't understand. Them dudes can't hold no water, man. How many prisons was at? Okay, I went to Calipatria first, Then I went to Lancaster. Then I went to Centinela. That's three. And then I went to High Desert. That's four. Then I went back to Calipat. Okay, that's five. And I did like 10 years in Calipat on that round. And then I went to Tehachapi. Then I went to Donovan, and then I paroled from CMC. So 8 prisons. I went to 8 prison. Hey, hey, bro, it's always a way out, bro. And I be telling these dudes this, bro. 7 out of 15 years. Who did you see for 15 years, Queen Lady? Who you see for 15 years? So, hey, John, you got to understand, bro. It's always a way out, man. You know, your ex, now he your ex hubby. Did he get out? Did he ever get out? Did he ever get out, or what happened? Did he ever get out? What's going on? You in Pasadena visiting your mother? That's cool, bro. Um, I think Calipatra Band was the solidest pen I was in because it was so structured up to the point, man, where you couldn't do a whole lot of fuckery, a whole lot of bullshit. You couldn't do too much of nothing, up in there. Um, it's a lot of stuff you couldn't do. What the hell? Uh, you couldn't tolerate the mental abuse. Oh, okay, okay, okay. I can relate. Okay, all right, all right, all right, all right. I can relate. I understand. I truly understand what you're talking about. You dated Christopher Lovejoy for 2 years, but I don't know what you look like, and he never told me about you. What's up, Black Warrior Spirit? What's going on? Well, Cowboy can go off all he want to. That's his prerogative. I don't really know that brother. He can do what he want to. I don't know, man. I'm gonna ask him. He'll tell me. Um, no, 2.5 years ago, he was crazy and addicted to clout chasing. I met him 2 years ago. He found me like 2 years ago. He been my friend for like 2 years. He's a good brother though, man. That's my boy, man. I'm not even gonna front, man. Me and him don't see eye to eye on certain things, but he's that's my buddy. That's my buddy though, man. I rock with him, and he rock with me. He has a different means of approach at certain things, and I have a different means of approach, man. All my friends we are like that. We all different, but they still be my buddies though. So hey, Queen Lady, I'm sure you can tell him that. I think he know how to respect women. Maybe not probably with you, but I don't. I know now that he do. I don't know what do you look like. Let me see what you look like. What's going on with you? Let me see. Channel activity. You got subscribers. Uh, What is your IG? What is your IG? I'm trying to look at your channel. Oh, at Queen Lady Act. Let me screenshot that. All right, I got it. Are you still in love with Christopher? That's why you. What's going on, Queen Lady Act? Are you still in love with the brother? Or what's going on? I don't. You know what? You need to call him to discuss that with him. Because that's my buddy, that's my friend. So I think you need to discuss that with the brother, man. Yeah, but I think you need to discuss that with the brother, man. You still got his number, right? He's sick. Hey, Levon, there you go. There you go. There go Queen. There you go. Get at the sister, man. Get at the sister and let her know you'll treat her right. What's up, Keith Tommy? What's up, brother? How you doing, bro? How you been, man? Everything been copacetic? Oh man, that's crazy. No, I'm just saying though, but, it's like that's my buddy. I'm not gonna go against him. I think everybody know that I'm not gonna go against him. So whatever you guys got going on, I think it's more better, in adult life for you guys to work that out. And that's just what that is. That's my partner. I rock with him. He rock with me. I'm old enough to be the man father, to be honest with you. So he's doing very well now. He's getting his shit. He getting the shit. He getting the shit together on a whole different level. That's why y'all haven't seen him lie. Y'all don't see him lie that much no more, right? Yeah, he's getting his stuff together. He's getting to it. Uncut. Yeah, yeah, yeah. He's doing really well. Alhamdulillah. In life, man, there's come a time when when love don't make no sense and you just start to change. You get tired of doing the same old, every day, every day, and um, especially when you're dealing with, your other half, a female or something like that. You don't want to go through too many arguments or something like that, or So it's just best to be dealing with one mouth at a time. I call it one mouth at a time, uh, because if you're not, you're gonna go through a whole bunch of bull crap. But I don't, hey, bro, I don't know what's wrong with Hey, Key Tom, you know what's wrong with that brother? He need help, bro. Come on now. You know that. I know that. Everybody else know that. My thing is this, bro. When you see one of your comrades or one of your homies that need help, I think that it should be our job to basically reach out to that individual and get them people some type of help. I remember, man, a time, man, that me and this dude, Big U, one of our homeboys was in a situation over there in Harlem Hood, right? And what happened, man, they called us and told us to come get him. But when we went over there, he was being so hard headed that he didn't want to get in the car or nothing like that. So we trying to convince him to get in the car, um, and let's go. We was in a van. So I'm looking at Dante, he looking at me, and I'm like, man, we got to get this dude up out of here. So he was basically got to the point where he started getting belligerent. Me and that boy Big U took him by the legs, and I took him by the waist part. And we threw him in the van, took him in the van, and we like pinned him down. So we got him up out of there. So when we got him up out of there, and he was still like belligerent a little bit, drunk a little bit. So when we went and got him out of there, he made it back over there to the section, and he was still on some BS. So we just kindly told him, I was like, look, we told him, like, look, bro, you go back over there starting X, Y, and Z, you can't come back over here no more. Sometimes, man, when your family members or your comrades or your homeboys be in a situation, sometimes it's our job as men, as loved ones, to go, to put ourselves on the line to go get that, save that person from that type of harm, because it becomes a domino effect when something happened to that individual. And and I see that a lot um goes on in these communities, and dudes really don't care. They don't. That's like a lost art, man. It's like there's just certain areas, man, that you don't supposed to be in, certain areas, man, that you don't go to. And sometimes, man, 9 times out of 10, man, we go in these particular area, man, behind a piece of pussy. And instead of the dude telling the girl to come over there to where he at, where he's been safe, and things of that nature. Uh, I don't know where Hennessy at. uh, Dudes will go over there, man. I'll call them tender dicks. They be tender dicks to the point, man, because a woman can just be like, this shit, sweet talk them. Um, she'll get them to come over there and stuff like that. And then the next thing you know, he'll look up, man, he'll get what he got, and then he'll come outside and he'll be out of bounds. Ain't that much pussy in the world, man, for you to go over there and risk your life, bro. You know. So, a lot of dudes got to be careful dealing with that. Yeah, yeah, Cat Mac, yeah. Big Cat Mac need to go get his little homie, man. You right about that, bro. Matter of fact, I'm gonna tell him that. Why did to holler at you and 600 after that happened? Well, man, Wicked, man. Wicked's our buddy, bro. He's my buddy, man. I've been knowing Wicked for a long time, man. Him and my little brothers were real close. That's how I met him. And he's a solid dude, bro. Y'all know it or not. He's with the business. He with all the BS, bro. He with all that stuff, bro. He just put himself in a certain situation that I told. This is what I told the brother. I said, "Hey, bro, don't ever in your life put yourself in a situation where you just run off at the choppers and you ain't gonna do nothing. If you feel some type of way, bro, go on and do what you need to do and keep it moving, man." But what he did was he turned his back to him. And when in the street rules, there's no rules in an art of war, bro. That's how that go. So, and that's just gonna be a learning lesson. He know that. Right, right, right. Right, exactly. Yeah, that was a straight up rookie mistake, and he no way know better than that, bro. He know better than that, bro, and he said that he know better than that, man. So one thing about the brother, man, he's a man. He man up on that, bro. So he know better than that, bro. And he know about the internet stuff. He know he's gonna get dragged. I told him, man, you're gonna get dragged, but that stuff will go down. It's gonna be like 3, 4 days, and it'll go away. But you gonna always be known as the dude that about that situation, man. And me, the way I see everything, bro. I don't promote genocide. I don't promote dudes going and do something to another individual, bro. I be like, man, both of them brothers, like I think Wicked like 40 something, and the other boy like 52 or something like that. Herman is like 52. Uh, what are you doing on the block, bro? 52 years old. What are you doing? What are you that see that blows me away. At 52 years old or 53, 54 years old, what are you do what are you doing? It's just like that stuff that happened over there on Vermont. I think that was on Vermont when them dudes came through I think them dudes and they killed that little I mean that Hoover boy over there. Them dudes hanging out in front of the liquor store. What is all that? You 50 something years old. What are you doing? AMT, now, he couldn't go get no strapped after that, man, because Cowboy was gone. And I'm be honest with you, man. If I don't even think Wicked gonna run into Cowboy no more, bro. I don't even think so. I don't think that, man. Cowboy is not stupid, man. You know, I think he's a very intelligent man when he's dealing with his survival. Uh, if he do get caught slipping, that's all on him. But I think that, once you get to a particular age, you should just move away from all that stuff. See, it's the fact dudes be saying he got hands. It's not the fact that he got hands. It's the fact that you take advantage of opportunities. And that's what he did was he took advantage of an opportunity. He seized that opportunity, you know. And you know who was good with for that? F Bone was very, very good for that. F Bone always sees the opportunity. F Bone be talking some crap to you turn your head, he gonna knock you out. Whop, he gonna sleep you. Stuff like that. So dudes take opportunities, and that was the opportunity for him, man. You know, uh, I think we come from um I think we come from a era or a particular mind state that we got to talk a lot of shit before we start fighting. You know how that is, and posturing and all that. You're only gonna have a few dudes that it's not gonna do a whole lot of talking. He just gonna get up in you. He just gonna get right with you. If he got a problem with you, only a few dudes. It's not gonna be a whole lot. A few dudes that's they're gonna get with you. Cause 9 times out of 10, bro, when dudes be selling wolf tickets, they don't be really want to fight, bro. They don't be wanting that action. They be scared a little bit or something like that. And it takes something to basically boost up their courage to even try to get, to try to get up in there and try to fight somebody and stuff like that. But I'm gonna tell you like this, man. Even though dudes be fighting in their neighborhoods, uh, sometimes, man, dudes just be known as fighters in their neighborhood. They don't be known for fighting no enemies. They don't be known for going slide. They don't be known for none of that stuff. Uh, Houston, man, you guys stupid, man. Uh, how you was, Granted, what do you said? Tell those people how you was. I told them already, bro. I told him when I first came on. I told him you got on top of me, man, and that I was, like I was a is F Bone baby EB brother? No. Hey, bro, I told them, man, how I was a scum and how I was a piece of shit, man, just because I was running around there, brother. And I was doing things that I had no knowledge about. I told them that, bro, that you got on me about that, bro. Alhamdulillah for that, bro. But I always, bro, when I do speak, bro, I always, put myself in that category. I never take myself about that category, brother, just because I basically, you know, um, reach a different level of understanding, you know. I don't care what they call me, bro. It doesn't make any sense to me, man. They can man call me the police all he want to. I don't care. Shit, if I know I'm not one. See, that's the problem. See, this is the big thing. That's the problem. When dudes use words and you let that stuff penetrate, that means a dude can knock you up off your square. A dude can call you a buster, a punk, a rat, a coward, a police, a fag, or whatever it may be. But if you know you're not that, it doesn't even penetrate. I done seen a lot of brothers, man, kill a lot of other brothers, man, behind words. So that stuff don't penetrate me. So I really don't care, man. So dude can call me what they want to call me. I don't give a shit. Right, bro. I explained that to them, brothers. Right. I told them you got on me, bro. Alhamdulillah for that. Because like I said, man, sometimes, bro, we get into certain things, and when love don't make what's up, Channel Black? When love don't make no sense, it just don't make no sense, bro. And it takes a grown man to figure out when love don't make no sense. Hey, bro, like I said, you have your opinion, bro, but if you feel that way about 600, man, alhamdulillah, bro, like I tell people all the time, man, uh yeah, I know you're not against me, bro, but I like that, man. You know what, bro? I truly like that, man, about you, bro, man, because it takes a man, to have a grown man conversation. What's up with it, Tobias? Yeah, man. So that's just basically what that is, man. And see, let me tell y'all about 600, man. 600 is my friend. I don't, in regards to what y'all talking about, he do his thing, I do my thing. I have a certain way of means of approach. He has a certain way of means of approach. Do he agree with me? No. Do sometimes I agree with him? No. But that don't mean that we don't rock with each other. So, and when people be getting at me about 600, be telling you guys to go over there to his channel and have a conversation with him, because I'm not gonna sit here and just slander the man or anything like that. You're not gonna get that out of me, bro. Period. Um, and straight up, man, it's like he's very approachable, man. And I think all you guys know that anytime a man take phone calls and stuff like that, you can tell a man is very approachable. So you guys deal with that brother like that. Where did Cowboy come around? I don't know when he came around, Keith Thomas. I wasn't there, bro. You know. I don't know if he going to ADX, man. I don't know. You know what, bro? I don't, in that situation, man, dealing with his case right now, bro. I don't know, bro. It's like we don't know. It's like it's finna take some weird turns. And I don't think, see, when you got to contemplate on certain things, everything that's been transpiring, that case gonna take some weird turns. So that can be good and can be dangerous. So I don't know if he's gonna go to ADX, man. I hope he don't go to ADX. I hope, that he gets off on some of that stuff he said, they said he didn't do, man. But Salam alaikum, Aki. I always want to give a shout out to Rayshawn Williams, though, man, because that brother, we don't know what happened to that brother, man. Uh, we don't know, man. It's allegedly and all that type of stuff, man. But hey, are you encouraged to do blacks? Have you ever encouraged the DC blacks? Oh, have I ever encountered the DC blacks? No. I usually cover this, the whole thing right here, right? Or I have a full one that I do that. It's just my trademark, like I said, man. I think like the beginning of the year, I'm gonna start taking it off. if I'm still on here, if I'm still alive, for God giving me um the air to breathe, I'm gonna start taking it off, but it's just my little trademark. It's nothing else, nothing more. People be um wondering why this and wonder why that, but hey, what's going on? All the way from Jersey. I heard that, bro. How you brothers doing out there in Jersey, man? Hey, I think you just working. Long Beach, huh? What's up, Long Beach? When did Mello start saying rolling? I don't know when they. Hey, bro. Hey, Keith Thomas. All this new stuff is new to me, right? So you got to understand, bro. I went to jail in 90, 90, the end of 91, and then all these different brothers, all these different type of sections started coming up. Even when I left, there was no. It was the front, the avenues, and the hills, right? But we wasn't claiming that like that, right? Oh, but I've been home for 18 years now, so we're gonna take that. So we wasn't claiming that, right? What we was doing, we was just one. But once, doing my term and I took my shahada and I moved away from that, I started seeing some youngsters fall through there and they was like, I'm from here and I'm from there and I'm from here and I'm from there. And I'm like, huh? And I'm just listening to them, and I laugh, about it. I'm gonna tell you the story. I was on Slauson over there in the hills at 7-Eleven. It was a bunch of youngsters fell up in there, bro. You can tell they was all from the Crenshaw district. They were just up in there, bro. And I'm looking at them, man. I can see how they posture, and I can see all their weapons because they don't know how to hide them. Um, what's up, LaRock? They didn't know how to hide the weapons. So I'm looking at them, man, and I'm just minding my business. I'm walking around the store, doing what I have to do, and then one of the youngsters said, "What's up, cuz?" I said, "What's up, African?" And it threw him off because I guess he never heard that language or anything like that when I said, "What's up, African?" And he was looking. He said, "African." I said, "Yeah, bro, you African, right?" He was like, "Huh?" He was like, "Oh, oh, all right." Oh, he started calling me Unc, right? He said, "All right, Unc, Unc." He said, "All right, Unc." Um, he said, "Hey man, you know where you at?" I say, "I'm in 7-Eleven." He said, "Nah, nah, man, you know what hood you at?" I said, "Hey, bro, yeah, I know where I'm at." And I just start paying for my stuff. He said, "Hey, Unc, where you used to be from?" I said, "Well, do I have to?" I said, "Bro, do every black man have to be from somewhere?" And he said, "Hey, you know what, man? I know you used to be from somewhere, Unc." I said, "Bro, I'm not from nowhere, bro. I'm just another black man just up in here, man, trying to, do my business and get up out of here." But I already know where he going with this. So when I got outside and I was getting in my truck, they all fall outside, and I see that you know how they be sagging with the skinny jeans on, and I'm looking at them, and I'm like, "Damn, dude, you do." I can, you can see the guns, uh, and I was like, "Hey, bro," I told the little youngster, I said, "Hey, bro, I can see your pistol, right?" He said, "Huh?" I said, "Bro, I can see your pistol, man." And he said, "Yeah." I said, "Why you got your pants down so low?" He was like, "Oh man, Unc, man, He just kept calling me Unc. I said, "Bro, why don't you let me show you something." So I told him to pull his pants up. He pulled his pants up. I told him to pull his shirt up, and I told him how to position his tool. And when he did that, and I told him to put his shirt down, and I said, "Now you can't see nothing, right?" And I said, "You can easily get to it." Right? He was looking at me. He said, "Hey, Unc, where you used to be from, Unc?" I said, "Man, I'm the ones that made it possible for you to walk around here like that, bro." He was like, "What do you mean?" I said, "I'm from I said, I'm not from there anymore, but I'm the same one. These same dudes used to be just like you walking around here in this area right here." And he was like, "No, no, 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 no." He said, "What they call you?" And I told him. And you should have seen them youngsters, man. 'Cause for some reason they knew they for some reason somebody must have told them my name or they heard of my name or something like that. But they all merged towards me and they was like, "Hey man, you wooty woot." But then they start talking about baby Eddie. They start talking like about Leonard Campbell, the one that got killed by Domer. They start talking about Leonard Campbell. He was like, "You Big Eddie?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm Big Eddie." Right? Yeah, I know Killer Gene. Hell yeah. Um, and I just started lacing these youngsters, man. And I was telling them, brother, I said, "You know what, bro? Whatever phase you guys are going through right now, one day you guys are gonna come up out that phase, and y'all gonna see, man, that it's just a phase, and it's like a teenager type phase. Because when you start having kids, and when you start having responsibility, bills, and all that, you're not gonna have time for all that right there, bro. You know, so and it was refreshing to me because they really wasn't pushing up on me like I was an enemy or nothing like that. They didn't know who I was. They didn't know anything like that. It was just refreshing, man, to see that them youngsters, man, that they was respecting their elders to the point where they wasn't tripping like that, bro. And it's unfortunate that I didn't heard that it's unfortunate it's unfortunate, man, that a lot of them youngsters that I seen that night, I found out their names. A lot of them are up in jail right now, and they got life sentence, bro. It's just unfortunate, man. And that's just something, man, that they had to go through. Uh, because I'm gonna tell you, man, the leadership around these camps, man, it's not the way it's supposed to be, bro. Right, man. A lot of them youngsters don't be having no fathers like that, bro. Because it's like I mentored like some young boys right now, and it's like the boys that I do mentor, I call them the Rainbow Coalition. And one of the reasons I call them the Rainbow Coalition because they black, they whites, they Hispanics, they Asian. It's a different group of dudes that I deal with, bro. 3 times a week I deal with these brothers, man. And some of them used to be from um certain games. They used to be from certain gangs and certain dudes were just having problems with their parents and all that type of stuff, bro. So I'm gonna tell you right now, man, I have four of them going to it's a police academy school that they going. I don't know where they started this, but they going to this school right now, right? To be like they in police academy. And these are the ones that want to be gang members. These four guys, it's like the police came and got them to the point where they put them in school to be like in a police academy or something like that. And they was asking me the other day, like, what my homies gonna say? I said, man, the hell with your homies, dude. If your homies it's not going to basically give you praise on because you're going to do something that is positive, they're not your homies, man. You know, So I'm lacing them though, like when you have friends and you try to do better, your friends gonna want you to do better. So I'm lacing them on that. Them are real friends. The other dudes that's it's not gonna want to see you do better are the ones that's gonna say, "Oh man, you's a buster, or you's a coward, or you's a hook, or you drop your flag, man. Get the away from over here." They just be going through other stuff because they don't have that particular type of opportunity. Because some way along the line they done messed off their opportunity. So when they see that you have an opportunity, they don't want you to take advantage of that opportunity so you can be successful. So this is why these dudes are not really them dudes homies. And I be lacing them on that. I make sure I scream that to the top of my lung. I be like, hey man, if them dudes don't like what you doing, man, stay away from them. You know. And the next time you see them, and the next time you see them, hey, hey, you'll be shining like black diamond, new money or whatever it may be. Then they gonna be like, hey man, you remember me? Oh man, but it been a crazy man, like it been a crazy week, man. Period. This internet stuff, man. And I ain't gonna lie, man. When I was listening to Cowboy, man, Herman Doug, I ain't gonna call him Cowboy because Cowboy is a brother off Madden Avenue that I grew up with, the original Cowboy. Uh, I had to laugh, man. Man, man, I fell out laughing when I was listening to that brother yesterday, man. That was hilarious, man. And that was a good laugh for me, man. And it it is to the point where I have no regrets, bro. I'm be honest with you. By me, see, I grew up in Carson, California, moved to 10th Avenue in '82, started messing around over there on 10th Avenue all day, every day. That was the block. I'm gonna tell you, bro, I don't have no regrets, and I'm gonna tell you why I don't have no regrets, bro, because I wouldn't be the person I am right now today. See, when I was the scum of the earth, I was a predator, prey to my community. If I would have never took that tumble, if I would have never took that fall, bro, I probably would be dead or on some other stuff, bro. So there's no telling what man happened to what happened to me. So uh no, he the original cowboy, he died, bro. Um, so I have no regrets, bro. I just basically, man, I am so ecstatic and glad, bro, that I am the dude I am right now today, man. Honestly, bro. I don't take a whole lot of crap. I don't do that, period. Sometimes, my patience is thin with stupidity. Sometimes I deal with it, but when you just being so stupid, I have no patience from that. I'll move away from it. I get away from it. Even dealing with a woman, I don't even me personally, I don't argue with women. I can't stand that. We can have a disagreement, we can talk about it, something like that, but if I tell you, you're right, you're right. Don't keep on drilling it and knocking me aside the head just because you was right. I told you you was right. You're not gonna be able to do that to me. Um, if you's a woman that deal with your feelings and emotions, but to me, you have to show me some type of logic. Okay, what is the logic are you talking about? If you can deal with some logic and you can lay down the logic to me, I'm gonna listen to you and I'm gonna submit to it. But if you're just going off what you feel, "Well, I feel this, I feel that, I feel," you can't talk to me like that. I don't, that's just me personally. You'll never get that out of me or something like that because when you dealing with critical thinking and critical terms, you have to move with reason and logic. You can't remove it. Well, I feel this. I feel that. I feel. Because I didn't seen a lot of individuals lose their life or what brothers feel. I seen a lot of brothers, man, go to jail, man, on because how brothers feel, and all that type of stuff, man. So, your emotions is your biggest downfall if you don't know how to contain your emotions. So, and that just what that is, man. But I hope everybody's having a good time, man. Out there in your world, whatever you're doing. Did Monster Cody cut off somebody's arm? No, he did not, bro. That was a lie. Right, right, Mike J. Right, right, right. I don't know why brothers be thinking Monster Cody cut somebody's arm. That wasn't true. If you read that book, I seen that in that book. That wasn't true, bro. That wasn't true. Okay, Bandit Goat. It's your birthday. Okay, happy birthday. So There's a lot of things, that happen. Right, 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 baby. That's what it is. Right. We all one, bro. I'm not singing no happy birthday. Don't you? Are you a woman or you a woman or are you a female or are you a man? You don't have no man or no woman to sing you happy birthday. Hey, I didn't send. You know what, bro? Sam one. I didn't send that, bro. You see, on Instagram, you know how you can group chat somebody. He sent that voice message to both of us. So I didn't send nothing, man. So well, let's get the facts straight on that, bro. What I do my time for? We got caught with 15 kilos and a $500,000. It was a reverse sting, a reverse operation sting. We was going to buy some work, some kilos, and we got caught up like that. I went to jail for trying to have some money. But I'm gonna get up out of here, man. You guys have a good night, man. I have to get up out of here. I just came to tap in with you guys just a little bit. I ain't been on live. I'll probably tap in with you guys tomorrow. But you guys have a good night. Be well. Be safe. Slumley.